This morning I'm going to make pecan bars. They're a little different than most other pecan bars. They do not have a wet, gooey filling, and the pecan crust does not have to be done in the food processor. It's very simple. Press it in, and we don't have to pre-bake it. So let's get started on Darlene's table. Okay, the first thing I did was to line a 9 by 13 pan with foil. It goes this way, a piece this way, and a piece this way. I pressed it into the corners and I lightly greased the foil. Now we're going to set this aside and I'm going to make the crust. I'm going to start with flour, of course, sugar, salt, mix together, and now the butter. And in just a moment, I'm just going to press it into the pan. I want to make sure I've incorporated all the flour and everything is moist. All right, okay. So we're going to move the pan that we've prepared. I'm going to put all this into spread it out evenly, and then I'm going to press it in. Press it a little bit more with the back of it, the bottom of this measuring cup. I'm going to start with the brown sugar, salt, now this is for the filling, a little vanilla, butter, this is light table syrup, this is all about pecans. It's going to be a whole pound of pecans in this. Doesn't look like that's going to work. So what I told you, this right now it looks like the regular filling on pecan bars. So I'm adding 4 cups, comes to 2 pounds of pecans. Look at this. See how many? All right, in we go. I'm going to make sure all these pecans get some of that filling on them. And this, you see how different the filling is? And that's why we don't have to pre-bake the crust, because it's not a wet filling. See how thick it is? All right, now, move that aside. Now in with the crust. I'll spread this around. This will bake for 23 to 25 minutes. It's going to look hot and bubbly, and that's the way we're going to want it. We want to try to get it evenly cooked across the top at 350 degrees. And then it's going to sit for, after we take it out, it'll sit for about 2 hours before we take them out of the pan and cut them. Here we go. On the bottom rack. Okay. Nice and bubbly. That's the way we want it. I'm going to sit here for 2 hours before I even remove them from the pan. Very, very lightly with sea salt. If you do too much, you're going to ruin them. Very, 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 very lightly. Well, here they are. I cut them into square-sized portions. If you're a fan of desserts that strike the perfect balance between crunchy and chewy, I think this is it. Just the right amount of sweetness, and the pecans give an abundance of crunchiness. Easy to make, these Nutty Pecan Bars are good for snacks or brunch. I've even given them as gifts. I hope you will give these a try soon, and please let me know what you think. Well, that's all for this video. You can find this recipe on my website, darlenestable.com. Thanks again for watching at Darlene's Table.